Okay, the January 27th meeting of the mayor and council of the Township of Fairfield will come to order at 7:05. The meeting is being broadcast on channels 34 and 43 and the township's YouTube channel, Township of Fairfield, Essex. Please stand, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor, notice of this meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Laws of 1975, and has been given by posting a notice of the change in meeting time of the regular meeting of the mayor and council of the Township of Fairfield and on the bulletin board in the municipal building and in the office of the municipal clerk, and by serving notice thereof to the Star Ledger and Herald newspaper on January 23rd, 2026.
Okay, please call the roll, Denise.
Councilman Cifelli?
Here.
Councilman Campisi?
Here.
Councilman LaForgia?
Here.
Council President McGlynn?
Here.
Mayor Galise?
Here. Okay, we're going to adjourn. We have to adjourn for a executive session very briefly. Denise, would you please read the statement?
Yes. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12B1-9 permits the exclusion of the open public meeting of the mayor and council in certain circumstances, and whereas the mayor and council of the Township of Fairfield are of the opinion that certain circumstances exist. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Township of Fairfield, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the public shall be excluded from discussion of any action on the closed session of the meeting of the mayor and council on January 27th, 2026. The general nature of the subject matter to be discussed in executive session.
Contracts?
It is anticipated at this time that the above stated subject matter will be made public as soon thereafter as is deemed in the public interest to do so.
Okay, I do have a motion to
So
adjourn.
moved. Second.
I'm sorry, who was second?
Michael.
Councilman LaForgia?
Aye.
Council President McGlynn?
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli?
Aye.
Councilman Campisi?
Aye.
Mayor Galise?
Aye, motion to go into executive has passed. Have a little patience, we'll be right back.
Jody, you can't see the video.
Sorry?
You can't see the video.
Nothing on 34, Joe?
John. on record, the shortest.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, can we have a motion to re-enter public?
So moved. Second.
Councilman Campese and Councilman Cifelli.
Councilman Campese.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay, looks like first order of business is police commendations. A, reappointment of Class 2 SLEO officers Juan Barroso and Felipe Maldonado for the year 2026. B, reappointment of Class 2 SLEO officer Michael Sikorsky to serve as the police SLEO 2 officer with no limitations on hours for the year 2026. C, reappointment of Class 3 SLEO officer Joseph Prinzo and John McNish for the year 2026.
Motion.
We need a motion, sir.
Motion,
Second.
okay, Councilman Campese and Council President McGlynn, I believe.
Councilman Campese.
Aye.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay, Chief's presentation. Chief, you got the floor.
Harry's not here yet. All right, thank you, everybody, and welcome to Fairfield. I'd like to thank our mayor and council for the opportunity where we could publicly commend the great deeds of our officers, and to also give an award to somebody who we definitely respect and who we've established a great friendship with. In addition, if time allows, and Harry Delgado gets here from the New Jersey State Chiefs of Police, we will be presented with our reaccreditation certificate. So let me first start off with this presentation. If I could call Doriana, please. This presentation was originally scheduled to take place at our Police Foundation Gala in October, but unfortunately, Dorianne could not join us on that evening, so I'd like to make the presentation now. Our department's Community Partnership Award is presented to individuals and businesses that assist the department in carrying out its duties. Throughout the year, Stellado's Funeral Home, and specifically Dorianne, have been there for so many of our residents and for our officers, often at some of the most difficult times of their lives. She does so with a great amount of love, caring, and sympathy. Our department is extremely honored any time that we can assist the Stellado Funeral Home with a funeral escort. It's one of the best things that we do for a family. It is my great pleasure to present Dorianne and Stellado's Funeral Home with our Community Partnership Award. Okay, now to our police commendations. If I could have Christine, Sebastian, and your family come up, please, to help me with this. And if I could call up former Fairfield officer and current Verona police officer, Vincent Purcell. On June 8th, 2025, officers were dispatched to the Loomis restaurant located at 4 Little Falls Road on a report of a woman in the parking lot who was actively in labor. The officers placed her on a blanket on the lawn. The ambulance arrived, and the patient was transported to the hospital with Officer Purcell on board in the ambulance. While en route, the ambulance had to pull over because the baby was coming. Baby Sebastian was delivered in the ambulance without incident and with a great story to tell. So tonight, first time in my 10-year career as the police chief, I'm presenting Officer Purcell with a stork pin of a boy. And I meant to mention this, today's commendations, our officers do great work all the time, apprehending criminals and deterring crime, but today's focus is literally on creating a life and saving some lives. So it's amazing when you can do that in the police profession. I don't think there's any more gratifying thing than, again, preserving a life or bringing a life into the world. So our second award or awards are for a life-saving citation. So I'd like to call up Sergeant Christopher Lubick, and if you're here, Police Officer Stacy Sheralonza, Police Officer Jonathan Scrivo, Police Officer Jesse Schnackenberg, and Police Officer Andrew Vanderwall. And I'm not sure if anyone from the Daniil family is here, because I know they said they might not be able to make it tonight. I personally was at this event, and I can tell you that it was truly amazing what these officers did. On July 10th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a Fairfield residence on a report of a 46-year-old male who had just arrived home and was now unresponsive with no pulse and not breathing. Officers began CPR and shocked the patient multiple times using an AED. He was transported to St. Joseph's Hospital in Patterson when, upon arrival, he became conscious and alert. For their efforts, I'm presenting them with a life-saving award.
You're missing one.
Stacy? She didn't come.
Our next awards, if I can call up Sergeant Christopher Nemick, Corporal James High, Police Officer Paul Peretti, Police Officer Patrick Reynolds, Police Officer Ryan Cleary, Police Officer Stacy Sheralonza, Police Officer Omar Kassem, Detective Daniel Moran, and Detective Nicholas Kochi. And if I can, Miss Lori Santora, if she can come up. Once again, I was on this call and truly amazed at how well our officers did. On July 22nd, 2025, officers were dispatched to a Fairfield residence on a report of a 56-year-old female who had just finished dinner and was now unresponsive with no pulse and not breathing. Officers began CPR. Just prior to being transported to the hospital, the patient became conscious and was speaking, and she is here with us tonight. So we are so happy that you are. For this, I want to present them with a life-saving award. You guys have to squeeze it a little bit. Come around to this side of things. Here we go. Our last award for this evening, I'd like to call up Sergeant Brian Sabatelli, Corporal Jeffrey Dean, Police Officer Sean McCormick, Police Officer Ryan Cleary, Police Officer Jesse Schnackenberg, Police Officer Omar Kassem. And if there's anyone from the Matthew Gerges family, or if he's here. On October 28, 2025, officers were dispatched to the firehouse on Fairfield Road because an unknown male was observed entering the building. Officers arrived and met with the patient, who informed them he was not feeling well. While speaking with the patient, he became unresponsive and no longer had a pulse. Officers began CPR and provided multiple shocks with an AED. Before being transported to the hospital, the victim regained consciousness. For their efforts, I would also present them with a life-saving award. Harry's not here yet, right? Okay. So I would have to delay if the presentation is going to come here. Let me get your pictures. If we're going to be able to do the accreditation certificate, he said he was on his way, so he might be delayed. Let me just get a quick picture. Thank you. And the last thing I just want to say about our CPR saves, and it really is a credit to our emergency service unit who petitioned to get a thing called a Lucas device, a Lucas machine, that basically does compressions, perfect compressions. So the rate goes up in saving people the sooner you can get this device on somebody. And the Fairfield Police are looking to actually probably get a second one to make sure that if two calls were going at the same time, that we would be able to do it on both people. So thank you, Mayor and Council. Thank you, anyone who contributed to help us get that device.
Thank you, Chief. Job well done, boys. It was terrific, terrific to hear that. And I know you guys always go above and beyond, so. And I know Stacy's not here, so when I say guys, I don't want to insult her because I will hear it from her. So, okay, thank you, everyone. Let's see, where are we going from here? We're gonna, yeah, I mean, we usually take a breath here, so anybody who doesn't want to sit through this next really exciting agenda, feel free. Believe me, we won't hold it against you.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys. Good job. All right. All right. Hey, Donna, how are you? Yeah, thank you, guys. All right. All right.
Boy, that really thinned him out. Okay.
All right.
All right, well, that brings us to public comment on agenda items. Anyone in the audience want to speak to anything on tonight's agenda? Please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Seeing none, we'll close the public portion. Okay, communications. Chief, this is kind of, has something to do with you too, only because I know that one of the final things that the governor did before leaving office, he passed an e-bike edict, and it bans, I believe, 14 and younger from even having they can't ride one. And 15 need a license, registration, and insurance, if I'm correct. And it just goes to show you, I mean, we were trying to get ahead of the curve, and we passed some of the ordinances and some of the new laws, and it kind of helped. It kept everybody off the sidewalks. But this is going to go a step further, I think. So I just wanted to say that. Let me go to the library board. The library is undertaking a survey and would like all patrons to complete the survey to better understand which services and/or programs are of interest. The survey is available online, on their website, and in paper form at the library. The more feedback they get, the better they can serve the community. So please stop in, check out the website, or stop in for a paper ballot. Okay, that's really all I have tonight. And I want to say again, Chief, great work. The whole force does. It really does. And I'm glad to see you brought him in and recognized that. Okay, so that brings me to Council President McGlynn.
Okay. I think our DPW did a pretty good job through this storm. It was, we haven't had one quite like this one in about 10 years. and hopefully it'll be longer before we have another one. Okay? But they did a great job, and I'd just like to put a note out there to our residents. There were a number of cars that had to be towed away because they were on the streets. It's something that we've talked about at the meetings and stuff, and asked people to gave notice and plenty of notice for people to keep their cars off the streets. I just want to reiterate that if we have a future storm, please keep your car in your driveway, off the streets, so that our DPW can do their job and move efficiently, okay? Our volunteer fire department, since our last meeting, they responded to 45 calls. They worked themselves during the recent snowstorm. They stood watch at the firehouse for over 24 hours. They started the year with the mutual aid call to West Caldwell. We had a fire in the Pia Costa complex that they responded to. And they also had to respond to multiple water flow alarms, I guess, due to freezing conditions. Again, they're volunteers. These guys put an inordinate amount of time into their jobs, okay, serving our community. And Fairfield would not be Fairfield without them. So I want to thank them again for all they do for all of us. That's my report.
Okay, Councilman LaForgia?
Mayor, both Recreation and Planning Board had meetings this month. The Recreation reorganization re-elected Mike Latimer as our chairman and John Del Russo as our vice chairman. Anybody, I know this is going to sound strange, but anyone that's interested in Little League Baseball, there is some information on the website. There have been some tweaks to the program. We're going to be with the Little League program again. I just recommend going to the Recreation website, looking over the requirements and the registration forms, because that is up and available right now. Our planning board met. We had a couple of applications. We also reorganized, and Paul Cafone was reelected as our chairman, and Tony Polifanti the vice chairman. And we do have meetings planned going forward. So that's it for tonight, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Cifelli?
Thank you, Mayor. From the Finance Department, actually from the tax office, everyone in town should have received a supplemental tax bill, which was issued due to the Board of Education referendum, which was voted on and passed on Election Day. If you have not received one, please contact the tax office. Be sure to pay this bill with your regular tax bill. Tax bills are due 2/10/26. And from the OEM department, we're lucky enough to have our OEM coordinator here, and he's volunteered to take this portion for me.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and Council, for having me. As we all know, as Council President McGlynn just stated, we did have our first snowstorm, first OEM event of 2026. With that came our first state of emergency that we issued Saturday night at 7 p.m. We rescinded it on Monday at 7 p.m. No major incidents in town, some disabled motor vehicles during the storm. Also, the DPW, I'll echo that sentiment. The DPW did a fantastic job. They were out for the duration. The overnight parking, I know there were some vehicles that were impounded. Again, it's just making their job easier, so I would echo that also. And just remind everyone as well, parking in the parks overnight. I know some people parked in the parking lots overnight. We do have an ordinance for that as well. Even though under a state of emergency, we could impound the cars there anyway. But normally there is an ordinance that you can't park in the parks overnight. Just want to remind everybody of that. And we're watching another storm possible for this weekend. That concludes my report.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, RJ.
Thank you, RJ.
Okay, Joe, that's your portion.
That's it, I'm done.
Okay. Councilman Campese?
Thank you, Mayor. So we had our first meeting on 120 for the Municipal Alliance. Our new chairwoman is Lisa Savatoriello. So congratulations. We have many events planned coming up. I'll report next month on the events when we have our next meeting. We did have a big milestone in the Municipal Alliance. Mike Latimer did celebrate his 25th year on the Municipal Alliance, so we did celebrate him. He did get a nice Christmas ham as an award. So again, Mike, we appreciate everything you did for the Municipal Alliance and the town, so thank you. And Environmental Commission, we have no new updates.
Okay, thank you, Peter. All right, approval of the December 29th, 2025 regular meeting minutes and the January 5th, 2026 reorganizational meeting minutes. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Councilman Cifelli, Council President McGlynn.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman Campese.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay, we have introduction of ordinance number 2026-01, an ordinance of the Township of Fairfield, Essex County, New Jersey, amending Chapter 18, Water of the Township Code. Can I have a motion to introduce?
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Campese.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Anyone wishing to come forward and speak on this ordinance?
No, it's just an
Oh, we
introduction.
don't, it's just an intro, okay.
Correct.
Okay. All right, ordinance B, ordinance number 2026-02. It's an ordinance of the Township of Fairfield, Essex County, New Jersey, amending Chapter 17, Sewers of the Township Code. Motion to introduce?
So moved.
Councilman LaForgia.
Second.
Council President McGlynn.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Aye.
Councilman Campese.
Aye, I'm sorry.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay. That's C, ordinance number 2026-03. It's an ordinance to fix salaries and other compensation of the municipal officers and employees of the Township of Fairfield. Motion to introduce,
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Campese, Councilman Cifelli.
Councilman Campese.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye.
Mayor, if I can, just state for the record, the second reading and public hearing will be held on February 23rd.
For all three, Denise?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have a governing body appointment tonight. A, reappointment of Anthony Campese as member of the Two Bridges Sewer Authority for a 5-year term, 2/1/26 to 1/31/2031.
Mayor,
Yes,
can we vote on that one individually?
It's only-
It's its only item
One.
under
You gotta
that
make a
category, governing body. It's the only item.
that is the one we're going to vote on.
It's not under
individually,
consent.
right? So can I have a motion to reappoint?
So moved.
Second.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
Aye.
Councilman Campese.
No vote.
Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
Aye. Okay, brings us to the consent agenda. Administration Department Resolution A, reappointment of James Gasparini as the Township Administrator and the execution of contract for a 3-year term from 2/1/26 to 1/31/2029. B, authorizing a contract extension to Piazza and Associates to provide affordable housing compliance service to the Township of Fairfield for the year 2026. C, authorizing renewal of a professional service contract with QuickTex for the IT support service for the Township of Fairfield for the year 2026. D, authorization to hire Glenn Plumstead as a temporary part-time zoning code enforcement property maintenance official. E, authorization to apply for the FY 2026 Local Recreation Improvement Grant from the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. F, authorization for a salary adjustment for Anthony LaParry retroactive to January 1st, 2026. G, authorization for a salary adjustment for Watson Lopez retroactive to January 1st, 2026. H, award of a bid contract to Suburban Disposal for solid waste collection. Engineering Department Resolution I, acceptance of a road opening bond number 800 220-488 in the amount of $2,000. Public Works Resolution J, authorization to purchase equipment from Eastern Industrial Automation for vehicle maintenance in the amount of $2,429.38. K, authorization to renew service contract with Precision Weather Forecasting for the Department of Public Works in the amount of $1,795 for the year 2026. L, authorization for rapid pump and meter service to perform lift station repair in the amount of $1,598.63. Item M, authorization for one DPW employee to attend Class A training from Jersey Tractor Trailer Training School in the amount of $3,000. Item N, authorization for A&K Equipment Company to perform equipment maintenance in the amount of $2,340.90. O, authorization to purchase equipment from Core in Maine in the amount of $9,442.96. Recreation Department Resolution P, authorization to reimburse West Essex Wrestling Booster Club in the amount of $5,864.43. Item Q, authorization for Frank's Auto Body to perform a repair on Parks and Recreation vehicle in the amount of $7,526.27. Municipal Clerk Resolution R, approval of raffle license 2025-25 for Fairfield Conservation and Sportsmen's Association to hold a 50-50 raffle on April 23rd, 2026. S, approval of raffle license 2026-01 for St. Thomas More Church to hold a carnival game on May 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, 2026. Item T, approval of a bingo license 2026-01 for New Beginnings for Tomorrow to be held on March 11th, 2026. If there are no comments, corrections, or questions, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as
Once again, could you hold item R out?
item R? Okay, we'll hold item R out.
Thank you.
Okay, and also, Mayor, I'd like to vote on item H separately.
Okay. H, the award of a bid contract to Suburban Disposal for solid waste collection.
Yes,
That's this? Did you get this?
yes, I have it here. Yep.
So we're going to vote on item H separately. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second,
Okay.
sorry.
Councilman LaForgia? Councilman Cifelli?
Approve, motion to approve, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the second. I apologize.
Cifelli.
Cifelli, okay, thank you. Councilman LaForgia?
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli?
Aye.
Councilman Campese?
Aye.
Council President McGlynn?
aye.
Mayor Galise?
Aye. And what's the other one, Joe? The
H,
It was letter
R?
R. R.
Municipal Clerk Resolution R. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Councilman LaForgia? Anyone? That's
Second.
Councilman Campese.
Councilman LaForgia?
Aye.
Councilman Campese?
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli?
No vote?
Council President McGlynn?
aye.
Mayor Mayor Galise?
Aye. May I have a motion to vote on the entirety of the consent agenda?
So moved.
With the exception
With
of
the
R
exception
and
of the
H.
two that we already voted
Yeah.
on, of
Okay.
All
course.
right, I'm sorry, I mixed up on H, okay? When we said that, I thought we were voting on the whole agenda when we voted on H. So I'd like to make a motion that item H, okay, that we not approve it, okay?
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Based on am I talking about the correct bid?
Garbage.
Yes,
So the
So, yeah, the
garbage.
garbage bin, yeah.
Well, we
Yes,
took a
garbage
vote, we
collection.
took a vote and passed it. Now, if you want to change your vote to no,
So
that, can he?
that would be a direction to,
To the
what
to
lawyer.
is-
keep,
what-
the
what
the
is this?
attorney would be able to,
I'm confused.
So there was already a vote on H.
correct.
If a member wants to change their vote, they can change it with the clerk.
Okay.
Okay.
So should we make a motion for
on
the
the
record,
record?
motion on the record that he's rescinding his vote for item H?
I don't think that's necessary. I think you
Okay.
can just change it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so reflect, let it
need-
reflect that,
Go ahead, sorry, didn't mean to
that
interrupt.
Council President McGlynn would like to change his vote.
Okay.
That's sufficient.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I need a clarification. This is the normal contract, or is this the contract with the bins?
This is your normal garbage contract,
Just
The normal
the
garbage
normal
contract.
garbage
That's what I
contract.
what
thought,
you've had
Yeah.
right along.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That's
we're
what I
not,
thought.
okay.
This has
so
nothing to
I'm-
do with what we.
Oh, what we discussed?
That's not,
Okay.
the-
Yeah,
that's
that's
not.
what I
All right,
thought.
so we
That's
can
why I wanted
move
to
to,
clarify
we
it.
can, I'll rescind the no and make it a yes. Because
So you're
we-
not changing your
yes.
vote, your vote
No,
is staying as
exactly my
stands?
We already-
vote,
All
yes.
is yes?
Yes,
Okay.
Fine.
I didn't realize it was the new the old contract.
That's why I asked you if you read it.
Yeah,
Council President,
No.
what you have before you was a bid that came in.
right.
And it is your responsibility with the rest of the governing body to pick which of the bids you are accepting. And that's
Right.
what was done tonight.
Exactly. So I understand my responsibilities, but like I said, I misinterpreted which contract we were actually voting on. That's all.
Which option?
Yes,
Okay.
that's all.
So just for clarification, your vote remains for
Yes,
normal.
yes, it is. Yep,
So no need to change it.
No.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
thank you. Okay. Okay.
You confused me,
Okay,
Mike.
where are we?
So we're going to need a vote for the consent agenda.
Correct.
with-
The entirety except,
For H and R.
Which we already took,
Correct,
correct?
correct.
Yeah, I think John was the motion, right? And then he
No,
was
no,
the second.
second, and
John and Joe.
so,
Okay,
So John was the motion, Dave was the second.
just want to make sure I have all my
Nope,
votes
nope,
correct.
you're right.
I
It was Jerry.
apologize.
Yep.
Okay. Councilman LaForgia.
Aye.
Councilman Cifelli.
aye.
Councilman Campese.
Aye.
Council President McGlynn.
Aye.
Mayor Galise.
aye. Okay. Approval of the bills list, Joe?
We don't have a bills list tonight, Mayor, because we haven't changed over from, last year.
Okay. Does anybody have any written communications?
Nope.
Unfinished business? New business? Well, then we'll go right to the public comment session.
Mayor, if I may?
Yes?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for the confidence you have in me for the reappointment of my position as Township Administrator and Deputy OEM Coordinator. Under your leadership and direction, you've accomplished a lot, and you've tasked me with getting these things done. And I just want to say the continuity and culture that you have
Exhibited,
exhibited and continued on from the years that we've all been sitting up here, keeping the place a beautiful place to live, the tax burden under control, has been wonderful. So
I
thank
couldn't-
you.
I couldn't agree
enjoyed
more,
Working
Jim.
for you.
And we have to thank you too. You're doing a great job. Okay. Seeing no one for the public comment session, we'll close that portion. The next meeting of the mayor and council will be Monday, February 9th, 2026 at 7 PM in these council chambers. Motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
aye.